Meteor Beam, I get some free damage on him, get my +1 boost. I don't give a shit if he wants to go for Wide Guard. I don't even know what he's predicting. I guess maybe Expanding Force. That's probably what he was predicting here, actually. I get the crit back. The critical hit revenge. He crits me on turn 1, I crit him on turn 2. Not bad. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, Regulation G, VGC. Necrozma, Dawnwings, even like Necrozma is now legal with Regulation G. Necrozma, Dawnwings is another Psychic Ghost typing Mon in the restricted format, similar to Calyrex Shadow Rider. So by default, this thing kind of has some competition, so it's more of a unique Mon because it has a really cool ability in Prisma Armor, which allows, I think, it to take reduced damage, I think at full health or something from super effective attacks, which I think is kind of cool. So it's also a Mon that gets Meteor Beam, which I think is one thing that Calyrex Shadow Rider does not get. So it's kind of an alternative, like a slower like Trick Room variant of Calyrex Shadow Rider, even though Calyrex has the ice form to kind of run it under Trick Room. But we're going to kind of see how it does with this team today. It's actually teamed by Anthony/Violet. I think we featured one or two of their teams on the channel before in the past format. I think Regulation F, or even before that, we might have featured a few of their teams. If you guys want to use this team, rental code up in the corner. Paste should be down below if you guys want to use it. I'm going to kind of run through this team real quick. We're going to hop in some games. I'm trying to actually start using the Necrozma forms. I'm looking for teams for like all the Necrozma forms. I cannot find a team around like regular Necrozma or even like Duskmane Necrozma. The only teams I've actually been able to find are around Dawnwings, which is the one we're currently featuring today. So I found a few other Dawnwings teams, but they kind of looked a little bit boring. This one kind of looked like the most interesting one, so that's kind of why I'm featuring this one. I haven't found any other ones though, so if you guys have any like Necrozma or like Duskmane Necrozma teams you guys want to feature, let me know, because I have not found like any good teams for both of those. I haven't even found any like Necrozma teams at all. I don't think anybody's even tried building around Necrozma at all. Worth, like, rightfully so, because I don't think it's that good at all. It's even somehow probably worse than Mewtwo, because they both have the same typing, but it's just really outshadow, especially with Calyrex and so many other psychic types and stuff in the format. It's just pretty bad. We got the Necrozma. This is going to be, it's Terra Normal mainly to deal with opposing, like, probably Necrozma and, like, mainly Calyrex. Dodge the Ghost type moves, dodge the 4 times effective Dark type moves just with neutral damage, that type of thing. You got the Meteor Beam with the Power Herb, you get that +1 boost. You also got Moongeist Beam, which is a really hard-hitting move, pretty cool signature move for Necrozma. And you got the Expanding Force, which pairs well with the Indeedee. You got the Safety Goggles, otherwise pretty much just like a Follow Me standard set, kind of with pretty much all Indeedees. Clear Amulet, Araquanid with the Endeavor Wide Guard, which I think is kind of cool. If you get really low health, you can actually go for Endeavor and see how that actually does. Kind of see how that actually works in this. You got the Leftovers, Terra Water, Iron Defense, Body Press, Corviknight. We're going to see how that does as well. Usually, at least me personally, I actually like Terra Fire on Iron Defense, Body Press, Corviknight, because I think the Fire Terra actually dodges a lot more of the Corviknight's weaknesses, but we'll see how Terra Water does. Mainly because you're still weak to electric type moves and Miraidon, and there's a bunch of other stuff that kind of hits you a lot better with the Water Terra, so we'll see how that works. That was for Regulation F, though. I don't think I've really even ran into Corviknight or even used it much in Regulation G, though, so it could be a little bit different. It might have adapted its builds a little bit. You got the Hatterene, just mainly to throw under the Psychic Terrain, just a slow Trick Room side spam user with Life Orb. And then you got the Ursaluna there, which is the physical attacker. It just hits really hard on the Trick Room. So overall, more of a Trick Room, slower type team with the Duskmane, or I keep saying Duskmane, it's Dawnwings Necrozma. So let's see how this team does. Let's hop into some games. Alright, we're here with the game. My opponent is running Sun alongside Koraidon for a Regulation G team. So Fluttermane, Shempao, Koraidon, Incineroar, Landorus, and the Hisuian Lilligant. So I think what I'm actually going to do here is I actually really like the Psychic Terrain. I think that's what I'm going to kind of lead with here. I think I'm actually going to bring the Dawnwings Necrozma. I'm just going to lead Necrozma, and I'm going to lead with Indeedee here to really solid. I also have the Safety Goggles, so if he wants to put me to sleep, he can't put me to sleep. If he wants to go for a dark type move on me, I have Terra Normal, or if he wants to Flutter Mane to go for like Shadow Ball, I can go Terra Normal turn 1. Works pretty well. What else do I want to bring under Trick Room? I'm going to try to get my Trick Room up. That's kind of what I really want to try to do here, so... what else? I'm going to bring I think the Hatterene's really good here. I don't know what else I really want to bring. I could bring the Araquanid, but like, considering he has Sun, that kind of reduces a lot of my damage. I don't know, like, what other moves I have on this thing? I think I have... as Wide Guard, too. I don't know if I really need Wide Guard here. I think I'm better off bringing Ursaluna for this match. See how it goes. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got a bunch more stuff on the way for you guys. I'm going to keep trying to bring you guys daily uploads. As long as I have enough teams and as long as the videos keep on doing well. Keep on trying to bring you guys daily uploads for as long as I can. For the start of Regulation G. I will admit, Dawnwing's Necrozma looks really fucking cool. I haven't really even ran into it much in game. I forgot how it actually looked. It looks really cool. So he actually brings... I think the reason why he actually has Chien-Pao here is going to go for Ice Spinner to try to sweep away my terrain. I think that's maybe what he's going to try to do here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go Terra Normal turn 1. And then I'm actually going to Meteor Beam. I think that's what I'm going to do here. And then I'm just going to freely set up my Trick Room. I'm predicting to either go for an Ice Spinner here, or let's go for Shadow Ball into the Dawnwings. Or you can also predict maybe a Follow Me and just go for like neutral damage with Fairy Move. Just Ice Spinner, so he does get rid of my terrain. Does a lot of damage. I don't know why it does so much damage. Meteor Beam. I think he's probably Sash, if I were to guess. I'll be shocked if he's not Sash Chien-Pao here. I don't know, I'm going first, too. Like, so is the Flutter Mane going for Trick Room here? Is that what he's trying to go for? Does he have that on first turn? Because why do I outspeed him? Oh, so he uses Trick Room for... Oh, you guy has Trick Room. Yeah, I knew it. He has fucking Trick Room on his team. Wow. What a play. What a play turn 1. So he got rid of my Trick Room. I don't know, I'm just going to go for Moongeist Beam here. I think right now if he actually wants to, he can actually just freely, like, target into the Necrozma now. I'm forced to Follow Me. So I'm forced to kind of do here, because I need to get rid of the Flutter Mane. Because otherwise it's going to keep trying to reset my Trick Room. Sacred Sword, that's fine. Really cool animation. Get that thing out of here. I don't know how much it really matters now, though, because the Indeedee so low on health. Is Koraidon. Here comes. Here's where he comes in and tries to start sweeping me. Because I'm not able to get my Trick Room up. The most random, like, the one and only, like, 1 in a million chance of, Trick Room Flutter Mane is what I have to run into for the first match of this team. It's really unfortunate. I don't know. I'm gonna go for Expanding Force, and I'm gonna try to set up a Trick Room here. If he does, for some reason, doesn't target into me for whatever reason. I guess I probably should have Protect, actually. I should have went for Protect. That's what I should have did. It's Terrifier. The problem I'm going to have now is, like, the Koraidon just outspeeds and just, like, one-shots everything, especially alongside Chien-Pao. Like, that's the problem I'm going to have here now. And he has Flame Charge. I don't know if that really matters that much, because my team's so slow. I think I just get swept by Koraidon here, yo. Just get swept by Koraidon. I don't know, I guess I can maybe go into Hatterene and try to live a move. I don't know. I don't think I live, like, one move from this thing, especially if he has Flare Blitz. I think I just get one-shotted by him. And it comes down to if he actually predicts me to go for Protect here, because if he predicts to Protect and he doubles into the Hatterene here, I just automatically lose. My only play to try to win here is to try to set up Trick Room and hopefully he doesn't double target me. And I can live one move from Koraidon, which I don't think I will. Flare, Terra, Fire, Sun boosted, Chien-Pao boosted, Flare Blitz. I'm dead. Yeah, there's no way I win. There's no way I win this. I'll give my opponents props. I'm just going to surrender the game. There's no way I win this one. There's no way I win. I'll give my opponents props, though. Like, he definitely caught me off guard with that. The Trick Room Flutter Mane legit, like, turn 1, won him the entire fucking match. That is so fucking dumb, but I'll give him props. It actually worked for him. I'll give him props. I think if he never had that, though, like, if he never had Trick Room Flutter Mane, I would have been able to set up my Trick Room. I think I probably would have had a really good chance of winning. Because his team is really weak to Necrozma, especially if I have a +1 special attack boost after the Meteor Beam. Under Trick Room, he has nothing to really outspeed me, especially under Terrain, if I was able to keep my Terrain up. Or switch out and get my Terrain back in. That's really unfortunate. I'll see you guys hopefully another game. We can hopefully redeem ourselves. Because that was a really bad loss. Alright, we're here with another game. We're going against like an almost identical team. Like, what are the odds of this? We have a Dawn Wings Necrozma and they have Lunala. And it's like almost the same team with like Psy Spam or Psychic Terrain. So they have Lunala, Ursa Luna, Indeedee, Hisuian, Decidueye, Armor Rogue, and Clefairy. So gonna be a really weird game, especially if we're like both Terra Normal. Imagine if like we're both Terra Normal, Lunala, and Necrozma. It's gonna be a really weird interaction. I think what I'm actually gonna do here is I'm actually just gonna bring the Indeedee, and then I'm gonna lead with the Hatterene. I think that's a really solid lead here. What else do I want to bring here? I think I'm gonna bring the Corviknight. The Corviknight's good into his own, like a lot of stuff on his team apart from Armor Rogue and kind of wall under Trick Room. And then I'm gonna bring the Necrozma here. It's gonna be a really weird game because like our teams are really similar, so it's gonna be kind of just come out like whoever outplays each other. Or like it depends on what he brings to, I guess, but still. She leads with the Hisuian Decidueye. That's interesting. I don't even know what is Decidueye even gonna do versus this though. Like I don't know. It has triple arrow, but I think that's a fighting move. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna go for Trick Room here either, but like I'm just gonna set up Trick Room. I don't care. He might predict me to set up Trick Room too and just go for it here, but I'm gonna set up Trick Room and I'm just gonna go for Expanding Force. I don't care. I don't know what he has to one-shot me here. He's not even gonna set up his own Trick Room, so it's fine. He goes for U-turn. That just one-shots me. Because of the critical hit, oh, that's nice. I cannot catch a break. I swear, I cannot catch a break with this team. This is one of those teams where, like, every time I try to set up Trick Room, like, no matter what I try to do, like, I just get critted or, like, I just get one-shotted or doubled into on the first turn. I'm never able to get my Trick Room up. And this is going to be the second game in a row where I don't have Trick Room. Does a lot of damage, so that's a 2-hit KO on the Armor Rogue. It's crazy. I'm going to go into my own Necrozma here. I'm going to try to set up the Trick Room here if I can maybe make it work. And I'm going to go for Meteor Beam. I don't know what you really have to one-shot me here, but I'm going to try to set up the Trick Room. At least for this match, though, I have 2 Trick Room setters. I ended up bringing 2 of them, so it's not the end of the world, but still. I'm kind of low on health already, and especially that I'm making myself a negative priority move. Like, I'm going to probably take a shit ton of damage. So if he's smart here, he just doubles into the Hatterene. and he just gets rid of my Trick Room again. As long as I don't set up Trick Room, I think he can maybe have a good chance of winning. Because his team overall is a little bit faster than mine. So that's kind of why like he doesn't really want the Trick Room up. Terra Grass, I don't know what that really does. I don't know how that matters. Wide Guard, okay. That's good. So he wasted a bunch of... Oh, he's gonna go for heal calls. That's fine too, I guess. I don't care. As long as I get my Trick Room up, that's fine. Meteor Beam, I get some free damage on him. Get my +1 boost. I don't give a shit if he wants to go for Wide Guard. I don't even know what he's predicting. I guess maybe Expanding Force. That's probably what he was predicting here, actually. I get the crit back. The critical hit revenge. He crits me on turn 1, I crit him on turn 2. Not bad. I get the Trick Room up, finally. I don't even know what this thing does. Like, I think I just spam Expanding Force now, and I just one-shot everything. And then I just Expanding Force again. Like, I just double Expanding Force here. I guess under Trigger, I'm not sure like what his speed actually is. That doesn't matter because I'm doing a spread move, so that should not matter. How much damage this does. I think Hisuian Decidueye is, I think, like 60-something base speed. So I think I should actually outspeed it every single time. Just get to one-shot it, that's fine. How much damage this does. Just takes him out. I got another critical hit. That's 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Not bad. The Necrozma's trying to bring this back. Like, it's trying to prove itself, especially after that awful first match where we kind of just got destroyed. And he actually has the old Lunala. Okay. It's a battle here, y'all. Dawn Wings versus the regular form of itself. I'm actually going to go Terra here. I'm actually going to go Terra normal. Predicting him to go for a Ghost type move here. For some reason, if he somehow outspeeds me under my own Trick Room. I'm just an Expanding Force again, too. I think Expanding Force just does so much more damage. Even with, like, Dazzling Gleam being neutral, I think it still does more. Because it's boosted by terrain. See how much this does. Actually, I take that back. I maybe should have went for Dazzling Gleam. I thought it would do more than that. Holy shit. Lunala get another kill. So I think that's like 3 kills in a row, or like 3 KOs for the Lunala this game. Not even bad. The redemption arc is real. We redeemed ourselves after that first match where we just got destroyed. I'm really thankful though, like if I never had double Trick Room on this team for this match though, I think I probably would have lost. Because his team was all faster than mine, so he would have just been able to outspeed me and like do so much more damage. So if I never had the Hatterene that was able to set up Trick Room after I got critted on turn 1, I think I maybe would have lost. That was still a really close game. That would have been anybody's match there, so not bad. Solid game. I'll see you guys hopefully in one more. Alright, we're here with another game. A really cool team. My opponent has a really, really cool team. His name is also Red, so I don't know if he's trying to have a throwback or a tribute to Red from the older games of one of his teams, because he has some of the stuff that was on his team. I think in the original games he did have a Charizard and a Blastoise and a Pikachu on his team. I'm not sure about the rest, so I don't think the rest he did. But he has a few things on his team that the original Red probably had. So I don't know. He has the Pikachu, Sylveon, Charizard, Blastoise, Armor Rogue, and Ogerpon Grass. So what do I want to do here? I don't even know if I want to set up Terrain. I'm going to try to set up Terrain again. I'm going to lead Indeedee Hatterene, I think, on the first turn. I think that's my play here. Araquanid also doesn't look too bad here, I guess. Ain't too bad into him. I think actually Corviknight looks really good. Corviknight looks really solid here. And then I'm going to bring the Necrozma again. The Ursaluna ain't too bad either, but like it kind of struggles into the Ogerpon. Like I need to be under Trick Room to kind of do stuff to the Ogerpon, and otherwise they take a lot of damage. The Ogerpon and mainly the Blastoise, which I think he'll probably bring. My only worry here is if he's like Water Spout, like especially like Helping Hand, or like double spread move with like Water Spout and Hyper Voice. That can be kind of a problem here. I'm gonna go for Trick Room, and then I'm gonna try to go for Expanding Force if I can live. I guess Flip Turn. What are you going into, bud? That actually might be choice. That looks like it's a really fast Blastoise. Actually, I forgot I'm actually going for a negative priority move there, so that's why he probably outsped me. I was going to say, because I think Indeed is a little bit faster than Blastoise is. He's Throat Spray Sylveon, that's scary. You're going to be eating a Psychic Terrain boosted Expanding Force, though. Armorogue, it's resisted, he's taken over half from it, that's crazy. Wow, is that crazy. The Hatterene does a fuck ton of damage, I'll give it that. It's really hard. Well, now I got my Trick Room up. Now what I do here is I just click Helping Hand. Helping Hand, and then I go, I mean, I'm Terra Fairy here, but I think I just click Expanding Force. If he has Wide Guard, I'm going to be really mad. Well, maybe that's why he brought this thing in, is because he has Wide Guard. There it is. Wow, I got outplayed. I was going to say, there's a reason why he has this thing here. Because he has Wide Guard. Well, there goes my entire team. There goes two of my mons. Now I get one-shotted by the Sylveon. That's one check to the Hatterene, because this Hatterene only has spread moves, so if they have Wide Guard, it completely shuts down the Hatterene. That's one thing you gotta look out for if you guys are using this team. I don't even know what I go for here. Like, I kind of want to get rid of Sylveon, but if I don't, then I get blown back by a Fire-type move. I'm going to go Terra Water here, I think. I'm going to go Terra Water, and then I'm an Iron Defense, and then under Trick Room, I'm going to go for Meteor Beam. It should take out the Sylveon. Judging that he has Wide Guard, he might be more of a hit support Armorogue. So I'm not sure, though. I'm gonna be really mad too if he has Pikachu in the back, because I just made myself weak to electric moves even more. If he has Pikachu in the back here. He's gonna Terra. What do you Terra Psychic to do a bunch of damage? Terra Grass, that doesn't do anything. It's fine. Another Armorogue gets Terra Grass. Keeper Tex, oh that's bad. I mean, I get my +1 boost, which is good, but like it doesn't do damage because he protects. So I lose out on a shit ton of damage here. It's Heat Wave. Heat Wave actually does a lot of damage. I think the one thing I don't like with this Corviknight either is it doesn't have Iron Defense, or has like no... It has pretty much no, no Steel type move. I don't know what is Defog for on this thing. What does Defog do? I think it lowers evasiveness, but like, is that for something on this team? I'm not sure what Defog's for. I'll have to look at the pokepaste. I don't know why this thing has Defog. Like, I understand on singles because it gets rid of Stealth Rocks and Hazards, but in VGC you usually don't see it on anything. I'm gonna body press here. I'm gonna body press. Does he go for wide guard here, predicting the expanding force? I don't know, but I'm just gonna go for Moongeist Beam. Helping hand. Oh, that's not good. I should have went for expanding force. I should have went for expanding force. Yeah, actually, I think actually straight up. Well, the crit definitely mattered there, I can tell you that. Another crit that definitely mattered. There's no way that one-shots me from full. There's no way. Even with the helping hand boost, like, there's no way that one-shots me. So that crit definitely mattered. I think he just wins now, actually. It's really sad. Like, I'm losing against, like, half of Red's old OG team. Like, that's... it's really sad. This team is really weak to wide guard. I think that's the main thing that fucked us up this match. Him having wide guard for that one turn, because if he never had wide guard, I would have one-shotted both of his mons. This team is really weak to wide guard. If you guys are playing this team, look out if they have wide guard, because it shuts down a lot on this team. I mean, I'll expanding force. I don't think I have Trick Room anymore, though. He just protects. I use my last turn to Trick Room too, so if this doesn't one-shot him, then I just lose. It one-shots him though, so we're still in it. I don't have no Trick Room anymore now though, so... And I lost my Psychic Terrain. It's Ogre Pawn, so I still lose. That's really unfortunate, it really is. I mean, I'll go for Moongeist Beam. I want to see how much damage this actually does. If I somehow live. I don't think there's any way I win here, though. Yeah, especially because he has knockoff. Good game. I'm out of here. Wow. I can't believe I'm losing to Regulation F teams, yo. I can't believe I'm losing to Regulation F teams. I don't know if it's because I'm playing bad or if this team is just not really the greatest. I'm not sure. I think the main problem I'm having is, like, I'm really struggling to get the Trick Room up and, like, that type of shit. And, like, even then, like, there's this... It's either not being able to get the Trick Room up or, like, I get countered by wide card. Like, that is the two, like, absolute despising type things for this team that I just can't stand. Like, and I'm going against both of them. Like, it's two of the checks for, like, most of this team. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm bad, I'm a bad player. I'm just playing the team really bad, or I'm just having some really bad matchups. I'm not sure. Especially with a lot of, like, really unlucky crits. So I got a shit ton of really unlucky crits in a lot of these games so far. I'm not sure. I'll throw you guys one more game. Alright, here's another game. My opponent's actually running a Regulation F team. So if there was a game to try to win, hopefully it's this one. Hopefully we can actually win versus another Regulation F team at the very least. We should technically have, like, at least somewhat of a better matchup because we have a restricted and they don't, so... At least on paper we do. I don't know if it matters that much. We have the Hisuian, Arcanine, Corviknight, Gyarados, Flutter, Alcremie, and then probably the Iron Defense Body Press, Como. So what do I want to bring here? Bring the Indeedee. I don't know, do they have wide guard on their team? I don't think they have any wide guard users either, so... What do I really want to bring? The Rakuen, it also looks pretty good into his team. I'm not going to lead with it, though, I don't think. I think I'm going to bring the Ursaluna. I'm going to lead Ursaluna here. Indeedee, Ursaluna. I'll bring the Hatterene in the back. I think I'll bring a Rakuen. I don't even think I'm going to bring the Necrozma for this match. Like, it ain't too bad into him because, like, I have Meteor Beam for Gyarados and a few other things, but... I don't know. I think if I really want to use it, I think he's going to 100% bring Flutter Mane. So if I want to use it, I'm forced to go Terra Normal. Here we go with the Decorate garbage. I do not want to deal with this. Comes the Decorates shit. I'm setting up the Trick Room. I don't even know if I'm actually going to Protect on this turn, because I don't want him setting up a Decorate and then having him like do a shit ton of damage to me. So I might actually just go for like the Rain Punch here just to do damage. Even though I'm not boosted by the Flame Orb yet, I think I just want to get my health back. He's just gonna try to one-shot me. Okay. I live barely. He actually has Giga Drain. I didn't even know that thing got Giga Drain. Get some health back. So that's good. I didn't even know Alcremie got Giga Drain. You learn something new every single time, I guess. Didn't even know that thing got Giga Drain. So I got the Trick Room up. You can't spam E-Speed here. I don't know, I'm not gonna be real with you guys. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Helping Hand. I wish I had Earthquake on this thing, but I don't. I don't know what Arcanine really does to me here, apart from just getting rid of the Indeedee, which I'm fine with. I don't really care. I'm just gonna go for Facade here. It should one-shot him. As long as he doesn't have Protect. I'm more afraid of the Alcremie throwing out, like, Decorate onto stuff, which could be a problem. That's why I kind of want to get rid of it. He has Iron Head. Iron Head does nothing, so I don't know why he went for that unless he predicted me to switch out into the Hatterene. He has Flutter Mane. Is he Speed Booster? He's actually Special Attack Booster, so that's kind of scary. I'm gonna go for Follow Me here. And then I could go after the Arcanine here. I'm not really too worried about the Flutter Mane. As long as it's under Trick Room, I'm not too worried about it, but I think the Flutter Mane is definitely more of a threat here, so that's why I'm gonna go for Headlong Rush. I just want to get it out of here because I have Hatterene in the back too, so if it stays alive for too long and if he's able to stall my Trick Room turns out, then I'm gonna be in a bad spot if it stays around. Just get one-shotted, so that's good. Flare Blitz. I don't know why he just never went for Flare Blitz last turn. If I were him, I just would have took the Indeedee out last turn if I had a chance to attack him, if he would have survived. He went for Iron Head for some reason. I'm assuming he probably predicted me to switch out into Hatterene there. That's probably why, but doesn't really matter. I'm going to go into the Araquanid here. He has Gyarados. He's not he's actually a Moxie Gyarados. That's kind of scary. I'm going to Liquidation here, and then I'm actually going to go for Facade here. This should one-shot him, because he's not Intimidate, so yeah, get out of here. I don't think that's actually... If he's running Moxie, he's probably not running any bulk either. He's actually probably running like fully offensive with like Dragon Dance or something, so... Not bad. At least at the very least, like, we got a decent showcase towards the end where we were actually able to get a pretty easy win. At the very least, but like... I don't know. This team kind of struggled, if I'm being real. I had a few testing games, too, where this team really struggled. I don't think this is like the craziest team of teams. Either I'm playing really bad, I'm just a bad player, or like I think Necrozma Dawn Wings really isn't the greatest team, or like this team really isn't the greatest. It's one of those things. Like, there's a few things with this team that I probably would improve, which we'll talk about right now. Alright, as for this team, there's a few things I would actually like change for this team as like for like constructive criticism / like feedback for this team. The one thing that I'm kind of really like a mystery about is like defog on the Corviknight. I don't know what defog really is supposed to do. Like if it's there to like lower evasiveness so you're able to land like the Meteor Beam or like some of the other moves on this team. Like I think everything else on this team is pretty much 100% accurate apart from like Meteor Beam, I think. So even if it's like to lower evasiveness, I'm not sure why it's really there. I know it might also get rid of screens. I think it might. I'm not 100% sure about that though. I know it just lowers evasiveness. Like I think in singles it just gets rid of hazards like spikes and stealth proc and toxic spikes, so I don't know. If it were me, I would actually throw like Iron Head or Steel Wing on the Corviknight. That way you're not completely walled by a lot of the most common ghost type, which is Flutter Main. I think that's kind of the main thing, because every time that I would go against a Flutter Main with the Corviknight, I just become 100% walled by it. I think having the Steel type stab on there just gives it a lot more coverage and a lot more ways to do damage. That way you're just not walled by a lot of the ghost types or like some of the other stuff that kind of struggles into that can kind of stall you out, so... that's just one thing I would change. Same with the Terra. I think the Terra Water, I would actually change out to Terra Fire. This team does not have a Terra Fire mod on it, and I think Terra Fire would be a lot better, especially when you have Terra Water on the Araquanid already. I don't think this team really needs to double up into the Terra Water types. Kind of gives this team a pretty huge weakness into Miraidon. So either that or even like Terra Ground wouldn't be too bad, just to for a check to Miraidon, because this team is pretty damn weak to Miraidon. That's one thing I actually went against with this team. This team really struggles. Like, the main thing I had with this team that I kind of really struggled with is the stuff that, like, they just double into your Trick Room users and just one-shot them, or, like, double into them before you're able to get up Trick Room. Or, like, if you're just able to, like, get walled by Wide Guard, and they have Wide Guard for a lot of your stuff. Because, like, the Hatterene it has a bunch of spread moves. The Indeedee, the only attacking move it has is a spread move. The main damaging move for Necrozma is a spread move. Like, this team has a lot of spread moves on it. And if they have Wide Guard, it, like, negates, like, half of this team's offensive presence just by default. So, those are, like, the two biggest things I've kind of faced with this team. I don't know. Apart from that, it ain't too bad, though. I think the one thing I actually brought the least was probably the Corviknight or the Araquanid. Everything else was pretty bad, or pretty good when I was actually able to get it to work, but there was a few games, like, if you're not able to get up Trick Room with this team, like, this team is really bad. It is one of the teams that if you can't get Trick Room up, you just get rolled by, like, all your fast, really hard-hitting teams. I think, like, even more so than, like, a lot of your other teams. There were so many, like, a few games, especially in, like, my testing matches where, like I said, like, I got either, like, doubled into it on my Trick Room user, or, like, I just wasn't able to get my Trick Room up, or, like, they had imprisoned Trick Room, or they were able to reverse my Trick Room, and, like, I wasn't able to get it up the entire game, and they just get rid of the Indeedee, or, like, that was the only Trick Room thing I had on my team where I brought to the match, and I was just getting outsped the entire game and just taking so much damage before I was able to really even do anything. So that's one thing this team is really weak to. If you guys cannot get your Trick Room up, then you kind of just fall behind, you just get absolutely outpaced and outdamaged by everything, you just kind of get rolled. So that's kind of something you got to be wary of if you do use this team, but apart from that, not too bad. I've played a lot worse teams, so, like, considering that, like, this team really isn't really that bad at all. It's more of a fun team anyways. So, I don't think Necrozma Dawnwings is really the greatest, though. I really don't. I think if you want to use a Sega Ghost type, just use Calyrex. It takes a lot more team building to use, I think, Dawnwings Necrozma than, like, Calyrex, where you can just kind of throw Calyrex onto a team most of the time, and it's always going to at least try to do something. Even just by having it on a team, like, you're making your opponent try to prepare for it and play around it most of the time. So, I don't know, it's not really the same thing with Necrozma. It's more of a Trick Room, more of like a try to set up and sweep under, like, Trick Room, or, like, slow type Mon with more bulk. I don't know. If you guys want to use the team, run to put up in the corner. Pokepaste down below if you guys want to use it. Got a bunch more stuff on the way. You guys don't want to miss. Got another one of my team should be up in the next few days. So you guys don't want to miss that either. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.